What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So MicroStrategy holding up in this market by a very large amount. So even Apple is down more than MicroStrategy. Crypto-related companies, Coinbase, mining companies are all down practically almost double digits. So very red day in crypto, but MicroStrategy holding up very well, practically just neutral, and it's almost positive at some points of the day. So held up pretty well after the earnings report. Looks like it was negative on the earnings and the revenue, but I mean, does that even really matter? They've been missing earnings revenue for a while now, and it's been going up. It's mostly just a Bitcoin company at this point. As long as they can have enough cash flow to pay off the interest on the debt and stuff like that, service the debt, then they're going to continue to buy. And it looks like they did come out with a statement that they're going to continue to buy up to $42 billion worth of Bitcoin through 2025. So they're going to continue to buy. You know how Micro Saylor is. He's going to continue to buy, forever and hold on forever. So most likely that's what he will do. So anyway, technical analysis shows that this is a very strong stock. It's holding up nicely after a miss on earnings and revenue. Even during that overextension, that earnings report cannot drop down the price yet. It could be still too early. We can still get that. We can still get that drop. It's kind of like right in the past earnings right over here. You see that earnings report came out on Thursday, August 1st. And then that was the first right here. The second was barely any change. And then the third, or the next week, price gapped down a large amount and then went up. So you see that there was a delay from that news. So we could still see that. There could be a slight delay, from the market. But either way, still very bullish. We're still above the trend line right here. All I'm saying is that, this could just be a temporary top. A momentarily top, price could just be stalling out at the measure move target. And just because we reached the target doesn't mean we're not going to start a new one. It's just a target as right now. And we're at the top of the channel. And again, top of channels, well, again, it could be broken as well. So again, price can still just as easily continue to push up higher as long as we're still above the bullish trend line. So overall, MicroStrategy holding up very well in this market. It's still maintaining its bullish dominance because it's above the trend line and EMA. It's just finding a temporary top at the measuring target on the top of the channel. Generally, if maybe this wasn't MicroStrategy or a volatile stock, it would probably correct something like that and then probably rally. But being MicroStrategy, we might start off a steeper channel. So this is definitely a shallow channel, maybe a 30-degree angle. Generally, 45 is a healthy one, and 60 to 70 is a strong one. So this is more like in a weaker territory trend. So being MicroStrategy, this will probably turn into some sort of a stronger trend anyway in the future. So we'll see what happens. Intraday. Let's take a look at intraday. What's going on? Take a look at the 15-minute. You can see there's a slight downward bias right here. We can draw a trend line off of these swing lows or these swing highs. So you definitely see there's a downward bias going on. And we're right at the resistance where price can get rejected from and continue to trend down lower. Yeah, exactly, because the gap is not completely filled at the 235 levels. So price has been trying it, but it has not been completely filled. We'll see if this trend line holds. If it doesn't, we could see a good move up higher. And what is the mesh move target as of right now? This is all one large leg right there. This is the second leg. Price could be targeting the 226. So that's the target for the bears as right now. So we'll see what happens. In the very short term, it is looking a little bit bearish, but price is definitely holding up very nicely in today's market and even after the earnings report. Take a look at the weekly chart. You could definitely see there was some strong rejection at the top of the channel and the measure move target. That's why you see a wick on this candle, very similar to this wick right here. Generally, you'll see these type of tail bars at reversal points. So you see that this was a top right here. It marked the top and price reverse. You'd never want to just look at a candle in isolation. Just because you see a candle, it looks bearish, that doesn't, you have to take everything in context, right? So I can't just be like, oh, look at this candle, it looks bearish. we're going to see a bear market. It doesn't work like that. You have to take everything into context. Overall, the trend is still up, and most likely Bitcoin being in its 4-year cycles, and it's still playing out as a 4-year cycle with sometime the top being next year, late next year. There's a good chance this will also be running for at least a year, just based on time. Not guaranteed, but you already have that in your back pocket. Also, the technicals align with that as well. So this is just temporary in the grand scheme of things. So overall, we'll see what happens. We have this bullish trend line going for us. If you're a bull, I don't have currently any positions in MicroStrategy as right now, but if I see a nice pullback, if I get it all the way to the 178, once the lower 200 level or the high 100s, I mean, this might be a good opportunity, depending on the type of reaction we get over here, to get in on the next move up higher. So wondering if price can get there. We'll see. It might just continue to be bouncing off this trend line for higher prices, but that's a lower probability to occur. Let's take a look at the log chart. Let's take a look at the log chart on the monthly. Just get a nice long-term view of this. We can draw maybe a channel off the swing lows. You got 1, 2, 3. Drag it up to the highs, and you see that we're right near the highs of this channel. So that's where we're finding some resistance as well. Most likely, we're going to probably break outside of that channel and go inside of a steeper one, like we currently are in as of right now, something like this. Drag up to the highs. You see there's still some more room to the top side of the channel, like the 337, 340 level. That will take out the prior all-time high. So most likely, we're going to see a breakout of the prior all-time high, and again, much more higher prices than people are expecting. So let's go back to the regular chart. So we'll see what happens. Most likely, I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. Leave a comment down below on what you think price is going to be doing. So as right now, just finding temporary resistance at the top of the channel at the measure target. It's still maintaining its bullish bias because it's above the trend line, but we'll see how long that can hold. And depending on if it holds or not, we could be seeing lower 200s, high 100s. If it holds, or price does not correct that much, we're probably gonna still see higher prices from there. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy and the daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.